Woke don't mean broke. I saw this in Coach Billy Carson's YouTube channel from Forbidden Knowledge a while back, and that title caught my attention. I feel that so many people in the spiritual community and in life in general have this fixation with poverty consciousness and with thinking that money is bad and money is evil and la la la. The funny thing is, this is all programmed in our media and in the movies we watch and in stories that are passed down, generational, ancestral. It's just complete brainwashing and programming. There's no way to get around the fact that our society is trade based and it uses currency at the moment. I just made a video that took me a lot of time and effort to show the truth and to show all the corruption that's in the currency system. But I still don't condemn money because I don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Just because people are greedy and people abuse the system doesn't mean you have to opt out of abundance altogether. And while a lot of spiritual paths are ascetic and preach renunciation, the tantric path is made for the worldly man. So it's made so that you can have abundance and still have a spiritual practice. And in fact, the more abundance you have, the more deeper you can go into your practice because the more experience you can use as contrast for your personal growth. I feel like a lot of spiritual people don't understand that it's an illusion usually. Like when you're not motivated, you're not working, it could very much a lot of the time simply be laziness and sloth masquerading as being against the system or being against the darkness of money, etc. The problem is when you're still living in a trade-based system, you can't get away from it. So a lot of the people that condemn this capitalist slave society and the currency end up working even more menial jobs and doing things for less money, minimum wage jobs, working for other people because they're not taking that accountability and facing the shadow, the collective shadow of the monetary system and facing it individually to see what they can do about it. We shift the collective by shifting our own relationship to it. So when each person shifts their relationship with money, then the entire collective will have a healthier relationship with currency. It's pretty crazy how there's so many people that prey on this naivete and this spiritual bypassing within the spiritual community. I see so many of these pyramid schemes and multi-level marketing and selling oils and selling water machines and superfood products. They've done studies that show that literally almost 99% of these businesses, people who start them, fail. And while I'm not a huge believer in studies, this one I do believe because of my own personal anecdotal evidence and seeing people unfortunately get really excited about these businesses and invest in them and pay monthly and buy their products, and then they go nowhere because the structure of a multi-level marketing of a pyramid is it's a triangle. It's literally showing you in your face that the bottom levels feed all the way to the top and it gets siphoned. It gets smaller as you go up. So it's not a symbiotic energy of a business. It's not a circular model. It's not something that's yin and yang. It's something that's completely parasitic, and the way that these businesses function is by feeding off of your immediate friends and family. I don't think that the people that pull other people into MLMs and pyramid scheme businesses are trying to hurt other people. I think it's just a cesspool of delusion where people are just kind of lazy. They're not thinking creatively. They think that it's an easy get rich quick scheme, and nothing works like that. The only people who I've seen have some amount of success with these businesses are people who've built teams of several people, and they're basically feeding off of all these people's immediate circles. So it's kind of a short term, like find new people. You're feeding off of the energy of people rather than the energy of the product. When something's natural and organically of value, it kind of sells itself. When you need people to push and peddle a product, that means you're feeding off of the human currency and it just exhausts itself and it doesn't work. So I'm definitely not a fan of doing any MLM or pyramid scheme type business. This is what happens though when people aren't thinking about money and they aren't thinking about currency. They've written it all off as evil. They haven't faced that collective shadow. So they haven't put thought into how to monetize their existence, how to monetize your life so that it doesn't feel like you're working. You can't just avoid the shadow and then think that some external force is just going to come save you. This is also a symptom of a lack of creative energy, which is a lack of sexual energy. Because sexuality is suppressed, because everyone's demonizing sexuality, saying that, sexual energy, having sex leads to sexually transmitted demons and all these puritanical thought forms that have infiltrated the spiritual community. People are not thinking creatively. They're not thinking, how can I create something new? How can I put something out there that doesn't exist yet? Or how can I take a couple of elements and put them together in a new way? There's so many different ideas out there. There's so many things you could do that are an expression of your own unique self. We're all as unique as a fingerprint. Nobody has two same fingerprints, and that's because we're all meant to be an individual form of expression. So why be lazy and take someone else's idea and push their dream instead of channeling and creating your own message, your own contribution to the world? I feel pretty passionate about this because I've seen so many people unfortunately just waste their time with these businesses, and so many parasitic people just feeding off of people that are supposed to be their friends. It reminds me of this show called Gangland that I used to watch, where these gangsters would just go by and take taxes from the street vendors. They would owe them taxes and take a portion of everything they did. That's what these pyramid structured businesses feel like to me. It's like this clever, sinister, compounded interest for the people at the top, and everyone just working these menial things at the bottom. With the paradigm shifting and the energy shifting, there's going to be so much demand for spiritual beings, for healers, for herbal medicines, for the indigenous gifts of the earth to come back. That's going to be a naturally high demand thing. These are going to be high demand commodities. You just have to think creatively in all these different sectors of education, technology, food. How can you put your own passion and your own sense of self into what you monetize your existence to be, so that it doesn't feel like you're working at all? Sit and meditate and set an intention that your ancestors and your spirit guides help you to pinpoint what it is that you're meant to be doing, and wait for the answer to come, and it will come. And if you need any extra assistance with this, I do one-on-one readings, divination readings. I've helped a lot of people pinpoint what their dharma is, what their purpose is. My birthday card is the Ace of Pentacles, and that's the entrepreneurial card, the card of invention and creation. So I could try to help you figure out how to use your specific unique gifts to live your dharma, live your purpose, and monetize your existence without letting other people take advantage of you. Anyways, thanks for watching. Leave a comment if this resonates.